course, here, our dear friend Andrew Lessman, and I have to say, this is a history-making day for us. We love, if you wait for the omega-3s like I do, first and foremost, it's the world's finest omega-3. But Andrew does this once a year and once a year only. But to be perfectly fair and perfectly candid with you, the savings that Andrew is doing today are unprecedented. Doesn't even begin to describe what you're doing, and you keep making this better and better.
Last night Colleen pointed something out about the savings that I wasn't quite aware of. But if you look at the normal price of the 400 size, probably the normal special purchase price for that would be the today's special price for the 800 capsule supply. So basically the 800 capsule supply at $149, and we weren't even aware of this. Because when we make these Today Specials, we get all sorts of efficiencies. When you look at the counter, and I'm not even sure where the counter is at now, that represents a tremendous volume of capsules. Literally tens of millions of capsules we'll be producing. That efficiency, the volume of fish oil we're able to bring in, even the specialized fish oils that we use, we're able to create savings for Today's Special like this, because we do these once a year, and that savings is what really identifies this as a Today Special. So you're getting the finest omega-3 product in the world. There is nothing like it in so many different ways, from its purity, from its ease of use, that we even improved it. Despite this product having almost perfect reviews meaning over 90% of the reviews are 5-star reviews for an omega-3 product, I still never stopped trying to make it better. So we did make it better. So this small, easy-to-swallow capsule just became even smaller, even easier to swallow. But it still delivers the 500 milligrams, which is the number you want. In a single capsule product, you seek 500 milligrams. Most of the products on the market in that single capsule deliver 300 to 400 milligrams, so you'll need to take a couple. What they also deliver is sometimes a little bit of misleading information, because when you look at the label, especially the front of the label, it might say 1,200 milligrams of fish oil omega-3s. It's 1,200 milligrams of fish oil. It's only about 300 milligrams or so of omega-3s, so it can be very misleading. Ours delivers the 500 milligrams of omega-3s, and it's been a product that we have evolved over decades to make sure that it's this perfect product that it's become. Initially, when I rolled out an omega-3, we weren't able to do anything about the fishy aftertaste. So I made the product go away. If I couldn't make an omega-3 product that everyone would fall in love with, I made it go away. That was about 30 years ago. We figured out how to make the fishy aftertaste go away. That was about 20 years ago. And ever since, we've continued to make this omega-3 product that is, in my mind and the mind of the thousands of reviews we get, a perfect product. So if you've been disappointed by omega-3s in the past, this is different. It's different on a technical, scientific level in how it will deliver you benefits. But on a human level, it's a more, how would you say, more humane product. It's going to be easy to swallow. It won't upset your stomach. It's something that's not going to be burped up afterwards with a fishy aftertaste. It is remarkably different in a noticeable way. So you will fall in love with this omega-3 product. And if you think I'm using words that are a little strong, you will read words. I think the word in the thousands of reviews, I think the word love shows up several hundred times for an omega-3 product, no less.
Which is really unheard of. It just is. Do you know almost 2,000 of Andrew's reviews on this product, almost 2,000 are perfect 5 stars. I'm going out to brunch after I'm off the air with Andrew, because I'm usually never up this time of day. And I know any restaurateur in America would love to get, can you imagine getting perfect reviews? That's what this is all about. And
great restaurants are lucky to get 60 or 75%. Sure. I mean, you look at classic books or classic movies, they're lucky to get 60 or 70% 5-star reviews. So to think that an omega-3 product is getting over 90% positive reviews, over 80% of them are 5-star reviews, well over 80% are 5-star reviews. So it's truly an accomplishment that I'm very, very proud of. Our initial omega-3 product was scientifically amazing. We're going back over 30 years, but it was fishy. And now our omega-3 product is scientifically as good as it gets. Can't get any better, because we simply follow Mother Nature's blueprint, which most omega-3 products ignore it and deliver basically a synthetic omega-3 product. Even though it's fish oil, it's been processed in a way that you're getting ethyl esters, which are not the natural form, which are not well absorbed, which are not well tolerated. Ours follows Mother Nature's blueprint, so you get a product that is technically and scientifically perfect, but you're getting a product that also is going to be perfectly easy to enjoy, which is the real accomplishment with omega-3s.
It is indeed. So regardless of whatever size you choose, obviously of the over 24,000 spoken for, overwhelmingly, we are doing the biggest sizes. Moreover than not, you're probably sharing this with somebody in the family. And when we talk about savings that we will probably never see ever again, also sizes that Andrew only does when it's a today's special. So let me just break this down for you real quickly. Even on the try me sizes, I mean, good Lord, when you look at that, even a 30-count size, if you're looking to put your toe in the water or if you're looking for a way to try Andrew Lessman's product, truly not only the best in the world, the best savings that we will see for the rest of the year. Even the 30 count is less than $13. So we have your 30, your 100, your 200, your 400, and your 800. Free shipping on all of his products, only when Andrew is here. Flex pay on all of the biggest sizes. In fact, all of the biggest sizes are less than $30 to get home. And of course, just to detail again, one of the reasons that it's been such an overwhelming success, even though we always look for this, here's what really kind of jumped out. I'm calling this the whoopsie, the boo-boo today's special. Like, I mean, how in the world did he do that? Because even here at HSN, $170, $169.90 on the 400 count size would be a great special value. But when you check out what you're spending to double the size, literally for $20 less, you are doubling that capsule size. That's unbelievable.
And it ends up being, to get the 500 milligrams, typically what doctors will recommend, and I have a chart here, what doctors will recommend is 500 milligrams of actual omega-3s. That's what American Heart Association recommends, American Dietetic Association recommends, a whole bunch of government and regulatory authorities will recommend 500 milligrams of omega-3 daily.
Right.
That's one capsule. Another thing we struggled with for decades with this product, I will not make a product that's large or difficult to swallow. What will happen is you'll have to take a couple. So originally our omega-3 product required more than one capsule daily. It wasn't until there were sufficiently concentrated natural omega-3s available that we were able to accomplish this product where you get 500 milligrams in a small, easy-to-swallow capsule. And as I said, this time, we've just introduced now with this today's special, even smaller capsules. So you're getting your 500 milligrams in an even smaller capsule. The typical omega-3s out there on the market, you're going to have to take a couple of capsules. Even though you didn't realize it from the label, you're going to have to take a couple of capsules, not ours. The only way you'll take a couple of capsules is, as American Heart Association or others might recommend, if you have current cardiovascular issues, cardiologic issues, heart issues that your doctor is recommending you take 1,000 or maybe a little bit more, you would take more than one capsule. My point is that at 800 capsules, you're talking about, for an individual, an over 2-year supply. So that investment, when you consider that investment's not for 6 months or a year, but it's for a little over 2 years, or it would be a little over a year for 2 people taking it, it becomes unbelievably affordable to get the world's best omega-3s in a fashion that is easy to enjoy, perfectly easy to enjoy, and be looking at less than 20 cents, about 19 cents a day.
Wow.
You can't get, I mean, the bottled water that you might take it with or the soft drink you might take it with will cost you more than probably 10 of these. So to get the finest quality omega-3 in the world and to have it today with our today's special be about 19 cents a day, a little more than 20 cents a day, even in the smaller sizes, is just an opportunity to do something special for yourself. And if you, and I'll read some headlines and things, not even headlines, some of the content from clinical studies, medical studies, research studies, where they talk about the potential benefits these deliver, and not just to our heart and our cardiovascular health. And of course, our cardiovascular health is the #1 health risk in our society. But when it comes to omega-3s, the benefits for our eyes, the benefits for our brain, most of us don't realize that our brain, the dry weight of our brain, if we remove the moisture, the water from our brain, the dry weight of our brain, how about 60% fat?
So I am a fathead.
Exactly, you are. I never really wanted to say that in front of you.
You know,
but yes.
to my face, I'm a fathead.
No, but we all are. We all are. And that's the fact, because phospholipids are the magical molecule that allows our nervous system to do what it does. So the nervous system, it's fascinating. It's really an electrochemical event, the way our nervous system works. And fat, membrane fat, is kind of the insulator that allows it to do what it does. So phospholipids are critical. DHA is the #1 fatty acid in our brain. Of that 60% of our dry weight of our brain being fat, 95% of it is DHA. Guess what the #1 ingredient is in my omega-3 product? DHA. Not in the typical, it's EPA. We give you both, of course, but we give you more of the more expensive, more important DHA. And then as important as DHA is to the brain, guess where the highest concentrations of DHA are found in the entire human body? In the macular region and the retina of your eye, because it is critical to the functioning of the retina, the macular region of our eye over the course of our lifetime. And epidemiologic studies, that studies over large populations, talk about those who consume adequate amounts of DHA over the course of their lifetime, their cardiovascular health, their brain health, their eye health are superior. So it's something that we want integrated into our diet. Unfortunately, if you're like me, you were raised in this country, we didn't eat a diet rich in cold water fish. And even as much in Japan, I think in America we eat about 50 pounds of fish a year on average. Japan about 150 pounds. Japan, mostly cold water fish, the healthy fish. In America, mostly not the cold water fish, the healthy fish. So it's even disproportionately worse, our health in terms of our intake of omega-3s from our diet. And I think our health as a society reflects that as it reflects the things we do. So what we eat, what we do reflects our long-term health. This is an opportunity to make a difference and hopefully underscore the importance of these ingredients in our diet and maybe shift a little bit away from some of the red meat and chicken to some of the fish. I say when it comes to things like salmon, certainly it's great to have wild salmon, but it's hard to get wild salmon. So if you have to overlook those issues and really focus on the importance of this essential nutrient, omega-3s, we just need to do that. Certainly don't overlook the issue of getting too much tuna or shark or swordfish, which is endangered, because you're going to possibly be getting too much mercury, which of course with my product, you have no worry about mercury levels. Our products are microdistilled, so you're getting the finest and purest and easiest on your stomach. And in terms of all of the factors you might judge an omega-3 product, there's nothing that comes close to the opportunity you have here. And unfortunately, the way the human body was designed, just as we know vitamins and minerals will become deficient if we don't get them in our diet or we don't get them from multivitamin, we will become deficient in omega-3s if we don't get them from our diet or we don't get them for a supplement, because they are like a vitamin. Our body can't make them. Most of us don't realize that. We could have a diet rich in all these other fats. They're useless. Our body will not use them to make omega-3s. They're useless in that regard. The only way we have omega-3s is if we consume them, because we cannot make them. The healthiest among us can't make them. So that's why it's so important for our eyes, our brain. And I'll read a few studies. There's some fascinating studies that have been published on just emotional behavior.
Yeah.
It's something we all struggle with, our emotional balance, whether we're happy, whether we're sad. Those sorts of things on a fundamental level obviously relate to our brain and how our brain functions. And when it comes to omega-3s, we all know, say, with our bone, calcium is critical. But as critical as calcium is to our bones, omega-3, DHA in particular, makes up a greater proportion of our brain than calcium does in our bones. Yet we take it for granted that calcium is critical for our bones. We just need to have it sink in that omega-3s, particularly DHA, are critical for our brain, our eyes, our cardiovascular health. It is a structural molecule of our brain. We don't think of our brain as being a structural structure, so to speak, because our bones are structure. They're what gives us the skeleton that allows me to stand up here. They're the sort of rigid structure in our body. We don't think of our brain as having a structure, but we think of our brain as having a function. And what is that function dependent on? It's structure. And what is that structure? It's 60% fat, and 95% of those fats are DHA, the omega-3 we focus on here.
Absolutely. Well, we have now turned the page to that 25,000 mark. So we are overwhelmingly, and we are well ahead of anticipated demand on this. Andrew really always exceeds our expectations. So you really can't make a bad decision here, but I would make that decision pronto, especially if you want one of the larger sizes. So remember, you can choose anywhere from the 30, 100, 200, 400, even if you look at your savings on the 100 count. I mean, or even the 200 count. I mean, normally that's $100. So for just a little bit more, you literally get 4 times the amount. So even if you take the 200 count into consideration, So that's why, overwhelmingly, if you want those larger sizes, I would definitely recommend that you do so. I know Colleen and Andrew were joking last night that they might be doing a little karaoke, their version of American Idol, for those primetime hours. I know Colleen has prepared herself for that. Good news is, for you and for this show, we have what you need. You know what? I'm going to tune in just to see what the two of you come up with. A little song,
actually,
a little dance.
I think the last couple of times we ran out of our Today Special, and I actually did do a little dance, but fortunately the camera was on Colleen. So,
well, I heard you weren't going to wear any pants, but that was a whole other story.
No, that was another story. Not that I wasn't going to wear any pants.
That's a whole other sidebar.
That story's never going to end.
I know. But while we digress, the whole idea is this is something that you can really feel good about. And I know Andrew has such a wealth of information. And the one thing that I want to make clear is I tape Andrew's shows whether I'm working with him or not. And because we all learn so much when he's here. He's such a font of information. And I know that's really part of his dedication to you, his customer. But the one thing that I really want you to understand is don't go armed with this information and go to your health food store, your grocery store, and expect that just if you see a bunch of fish oil does not necessarily mean how much omega you're going to get, which I think is a real awakening for people, because people just look at the label and they think, oh, I'm getting what I need, basically.
It's very funny when friends show me the bottles of products they have, or if I'm going through one of those large big box retail stores and I look at the products on the shelf, I just laugh and shake my head that I literally will look at that label, and the information will often be misleading because you know the product contains ethyl esters. Ethyl esters are a synthetic form of omega-3. They're much less expensive, much less expensive. They're much less well absorbed. They're much less well tolerated. I would never contemplate ingesting an ethyl ester as a source of omega-3. If it was my only choice, I wouldn't consume it. I would just eat more fish. We use the natural triglyceride form. And again, if you want to get the benefits, you get what you pay for. The natural triglyceride form, and I could show you the charts, probably twice as well absorbed, meaning that if you consume the same amount, you'll get half as much of a benefit from ethyl esters. Then you have to also consider that when you consume ethyl esters, as your body processes them, that ethyl part gets liberated. That ethyl part becomes ethanol in your body, so you liberate trace amounts of ethanol, of alcohol in your body when you're consuming ethyl esters. That might be good for the manufacturer, but it's not good for me. That's not something I want to do. But that's what most people do when they're taking their omega-3s. What I also want to show, because we use more concentrated natural omega-3s, which cost more, but because we use them, it dramatically changes the volume of the product. So if you look at these capsules, there's one capsule there that's dramatically smaller. Guess what? That one capsule that's dramatically smaller contains more omega-3s than any of those larger capsules.
Okay, wait a minute. So that big honking pill right next to it,
which are about 50 or 60% larger.
Okay, so there's less.
Actually, some of them are almost double the size, yeah.
So there's less omega-3 in that big honker, that big, huge capsule.
Because those other capsules contain 300-400 or so in terms of total omega-3s. And they don't even declare the composition of EPA and DHA, but they contain about 300 to 400. Ours contains 500 milligrams of omega-3s. And again, that's because the omega-3s we use are these very costly natural triglyceride, higher in DHA than they are EPA. We make all the decisions you would make if you had the same amount of knowledge and you had access to the finest raw materials in the world. Unfortunately, when you buy the cheap omega-3 products in those big box retail stores, that's what you're getting. You're getting forms that are going to be higher in EPA. I'm not sure if they are fishing them environmentally responsibly. I even have a chart here that I could show you. And this just, in terms of the environment, which most people don't even get that far. But I guess if you look at this chart, you realize how far we go in terms of everything we do. But our omega-3s, they come from a source from remote, pristine, unpolluted waters. Our fish is obtained under stringent regulations and fishing guidelines. If they're not, we won't accept them. Our fish oil is obtained only twice a year, never during the breeding season of the fish. Our fish oil, and that's why sometimes we run out. Our fish oil is only derived from a third-party certified, sustainable, and renewable source, meaning we don't take the word of the person we get it from. There's an independent environmental body that certifies our fish oil as being environmentally harvested. Our fish source is carefully extracted from the sea using special targeted nets so it doesn't harm other fish species. Our fish oil is created in special facilities with reduced water and energy consumption, so it's done just as we are, an entirely solar manufacturing facility. We make sure our fish oil is responsibly created as well. Our fish oil's purity standards exceed all, not just some, but all international regulatory requirements. So everything about the way we go about making this product, certainly when you take it, it will be easy to swallow. The capsules are even smaller today than they were before. And as I just showed you, they're a fraction of the size of capsules that deliver less. So we deliver more in a capsule that's a fraction of the size. So in every respect, you will not find an omega-3 that delivers an experience like this. And then omega-3s have always been the nutritional supplement that most people hated more than any other. Difficult to swallow because they're huge pills, not ours. Difficult on the stomach because fish oil can be very irritating. Also, repeating that burping fish oil for hours and hours afterwards. Not our product. No fishy aftertaste, no burping, no repeat. Only delivering an experience that is basically, essentially invisible. You just get the benefits you seek and nothing else.
Absolutely. And now we are almost another 2,000 gone. Oh, well, we're over the 26,000 mark now. And I have to say, if you're watching this afternoon or this early morning, depending on where you are, you know very well, if you have tried anybody else's fish oil product, this is not like anything else in the world. It is head and shoulders beyond anything you have tried. We promise you zero, nada fishy aftertaste. I mean, otherwise, basically 2,000 people would not give it a perfect 5-star review. And you know very well, in the world of fish oil, like Andrew said, it's the product that we love to hate. I mean, that we're supposed to take, but we just love to hate it because it's not easy.
Out of about 2,200 reviews or so when I last looked at it, so out of about 2,200 reviews or so, I'd be thrilled with a fish oil product if out of 2,200, half of them were 5-star.
Yes.
But out of 2,200, not half, 1,000, almost 2,000.
Almost 2,000. Almost
2,000 are perfect 5-star reviews. But I mean, this is for a fish oil product. This is not, we're not sending people diamonds. You know, this is a fish oil product. So I think even if we were sending them diamonds, they would still, some people might not like them. But it's interesting that the response can be so universally positive, and I think the reason why, when it comes to nutritional supplements overall, and certainly most of all for an omega-3 product, our expectations are that this is going to be a miserable experience. So the fact that we deliver, and that's why I think we have not a couple of hundred reviews, but we have over 2,000 reviews, is because I think people are astounded when they get this home. That they see how much fish oil they get in each capsule, more than the leading brand or whatever they might be taking. And they see this, that the packs more power, but it's absolutely a transparent and invisible experience. And that's what this is designed to be. I want to make being healthy, doing things that are good for our wellness, I want to make that easy. That's why about 30 years ago, I made our omega-3 product go away. As much as I knew it was scientifically an amazing product, it really bothered me to hear the complaints about fishy aftertaste. So I vowed that until I could correct the fishy aftertaste, it was going away. And it took us years, but we eventually eliminated the fishy aftertaste, and that's what you experience here today, is the fact that you get all of the wonderful science of omega-3s in their natural form, in their perfect balance, and you get an experience that's also just as equal in terms of no fishy aftertaste, no upset stomach, no repeats, none of those other issues at all.
Absolutely. Well, if you take it like I do, and so many of us that do, you already know how much you love it. And obviously, this is the best day in history to take advantage of it. Whether you take it for great looking hair and skin and moisturized skin and hair, but even for your eye health, if you have dry eyes, your cardiovascular health, your circulatory health, your brain health. It's interesting because I know Andrew has so many testimonials and information to share, but my doctor actually suggested that I take more omega-3s because of my mood, and actually even for my mood and for my state of well-being. And I have to tell you, it is a feel the difference product in that respect. So moreover than not, you'll probably be sharing this with somebody. If you are new to HSN, I really would love to invite you to try this. There is no better time than the present. And certainly if you've thought about taking anybody's omega-3, you should be taking the world's finest. And that's what this is all about. We are now well over that 26,000 spoken for, which we were kind of joking about the inventory and what Andrew's going to do. Certainly, I would recommend that you choose your size of choice, even if you do the introductory sizes.
By the way, we're halfway through the entire quantity we produced, and we're In the large size,
Yeah.
we're about 2/3 of the way through.
Okay.
So we're falling behind. We're fine for this morning.
Right.
And I'm going to do my best to make
Right.
sure we're fine for this evening because we're only on again at 9 p.m.
Right.
But the savings, I'll let you do
Huge.
the
I'll
savings.
just show you
I wanna-
sizes real quickly. So remember, even if you're doing the introductory sizes, I can't believe that 30 count is less than $13. I mean, even if you're getting, putting your toe in the water.
But it's a way to find out that there is an omega-3 product that you could have faith in that will deliver in a way that it gives you the omega-3s you need and it doesn't make you sick and miserable. What good is if you're taking a supplement to be healthy, and so many doctors recommend that we take our omega-3s on a daily basis because they know we don't get them from our diet. But what good is an omega-3 product if every time you take it, it makes you miserable, it repeats, it's unpleasant? It doesn't have to be that way. And the 30 capsule supply, any supply will prove it to you. And by the way, if you get it home, whatever size, they all come with a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. So you could return whatever size. If you don't like it, if it doesn't deliver, you could return it. You have 30 days. You'll know when you swallow the first capsule that this is distinctively and dramatically different. It's a once sort of in a lifetime experience in terms of omega-3s. And when you read the reviews, which first I want to go through the science, then I'll try to do some of the reviews a little later.
Absolutely. And I should point out, too, because to help us manage the inventory, we do a little bit of an expanded presentation in the first hour, but then we abbreviate it in the second hour. So we'll we'll share as much information as possible, but we definitely recommend you choose it while we have your size available.
Right. I just wanted to do some of the research charts here, and the savings, remember, the savings do go away. And because this is a once-a-year event. We don't, as popular as they are, we have several popular products, so we want everyone to be able to maximize their savings, so we only do the omega-3s once a year. But this is from the Council for Responsible Nutrition. Dietary intakes of omega-3 fatty acids are typically very low. That's the American population. Frequent fish consumption or supplementation with EPA and DHA are the best ways to achieve a protective intake of about 0.5 grams per deciliter. That's 0.5 grams per day. And that's something that we deliver in one capsule. Most products do not. So you get your perfect 500s in one capsule. This is from the Journal of the American College of Cardiology. The target EPA plus DHA consumption should be at least 500 milligrams per day. That's our one capsule. We do it intentionally. For individuals without underlying or overt cardiovascular disease, and at least 800 to 1,000 milligrams per day for individuals with known coronary heart disease. That's what I was talking about earlier. And that's 2 capsules. Additionally, DHA is far more abundant than EPA in the myocardium. It's more abundant in the brain. It's more abundant in the eye. That's why we're unique and we deliver more DHA than EPA. Typical product in the market is 60% EPA. Ours is almost 60% DHA, just the other way. Journal of Nutrition, a recent meta-analysis limited only to U.S. prospective studies identified intakes of 500 milligrams per day as affording the greatest protection. That's what we deliver, 500 milligrams per day in a single capsule. Current opinion in clinical nutrition and metabolic care. For the omega-3 fatty acids, a healthy target intake is about 500 milligrams per day, whether from oily fish or fish oil capsules. I'm just reading all this research so you get a sense, and there's more. What I wanted to do is skip ahead. This is from Nature and Neuroscience. Brain and retina DHA, and remember, the brain, which is 60% fat, 95% of it is DHA. The retina is the highest concentration of DHA in the body. Brain and retina DHA decrease, this is with age, resulting from nutritional deficiency or aging are associated with reduced cognitive ability, increased emotional behavior, and decreased vision. Remember, we always think about decreased, say, brain function as being able to think or remember, but we don't think about emotional behavior. This is from the Journal of the American College of Nutrition. It has been hypothesized that one of the reasons for the decreased emotional health over the past century in our country may be correlated with a marked decrease in the ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids due to dietary changes. So as we decrease our omega-3s and replace them with omega-6, it affects our emotional behavior because it affects our brain.
My doctor had me take more for my mood.
Yep.
I'm serious, and it's made a big difference.
Oh, yeah. It should be standard. Journal of Clinical Psychiatry. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly those found in fish and seafood, may play an adjunctive role in maintaining emotional balance. Expert review of neurotherapeutics. Epidemiologic and biochemical research provides persuasive evidence for an association between emotional challenges and decreased omega-3 fatty acid intake or status. Omega-3 fatty acids may be involved in the promotion of psychological health. And there are dozens and dozens of studies. Journal of the American College of Nutrition, eicosapentaenoic acid, EPA, and docosahexaenoic acid, DHA, play an important role in the functioning of the central nervous system, and several studies have demonstrated that individuals experiencing negative mood and decreased emotional health have significantly lower dietary intake and serum levels of omega-3 fatty acids. Remember, they are what comprise our brain. It's no wonder, since our brain determines our mood, it's no wonder they are related to one another. The positive effect of omega-3 fatty acid supplementation on mood and emotional health in elderly patients appears of relevant clinical importance because emotional challenges are common in later life. And guess what? As we get older, our dietary intake of omega-3 suffers, and the challenge is our brain, also our eyes, cardiovascular system suffers. It's what happens over the course of a lifetime. Moreover, recent observations have shown that omega-3 fatty acids represent a potential tool for promoting positive mood and emotional balance. An inverse correlation between omega-3 fatty acids intake and negative mood has also been reported in various clinical studies. And what that means, an inverse correlation, it means that as your omega-3 intake goes up, your mood balance improves. As your omega-3 intake or status goes down, your mood balance deteriorates. So again, it's just common sense that omega-3s, our brain is 60% fat. The dry weight of our brain is 60% fat. That's a profound statement. Of that fat, 95% is DHA, the principal omega-3 in this product. So it makes sense that our brain's ability to function well is determined by our ability to deliver the raw material, the critical raw material it needs, which is DHA. That's why it's so important in this country that we either eat more cold water fish or we intelligently supplement omega-3s.
Well, and this is really the intelligent way to do it. Again, Andrew has so much information to share. I just want to draw your attention to the fact we have now surpassed the 27,000 mark. So we are well ahead of anticipated demand. And for anyone watching this show, if there was ever a day to try Andrew's omega-3, it is absolutely and unquestionably today. I'm kind of calling this the Oops Today special, just because in light of the savings, of course, you're welcome to try any of the sizes because, of course, significant savings on any of the sizes all the way down to the 30 count. But most of us are hovering in the larger sizes. Remember, on all of the largest sizes, you're looking at less than $30 to get this at home, which is unbelievable. If you take the 200 count into consideration, I mean, honestly, normally the 200 count at a special price, because Andrew's only here 4 times a year. That's $100 at a special price. It's literally just a few dollars more to get the 800 count, so 4 times the capsules. But if you really want to put it in perspective, that 400 count size at a special value price, an everyday special value price here at HSN, would be $170, $169.90. For $20 less, so for $20 less than what the 400 count will sell for after today, you are getting this, my friends. You are literally doubling your capsule size for $20 less than you will spend for the 400 count after today and after this show. So certainly we would love to recommend it to you. If you take it like I do, you already know what an amazing product it is. You look forward to it. And really and truly, while Andrew was sharing some of the details about, brain health and concentration and your mood and emotional stability, certainly from your cardiovascular health, to your skin, to your eyes. There are just a wealth of benefits that are really undeniable.
Well, these are, and interesting, last night I was talking about the fact, and I have some charts, research charts that have some great quotes on this, that talk about the ear as it ages. That the cochlea, which is the part of our ear, and if you want to really be fascinated, just go online, and even if you just went to Wikipedia or something like that, and just read about how our ear functions, that how our ear allows us our balance, and how the ear functions in terms of its auditory function with the cochlea, the semicircular canals, all these different components of our ear that allow us to have good balance. And for those of you watching who might have struggled with vertigo or balance at the time, you know how subtle the ear is in terms of the way it works. And once again, omega-3 fatty acids are involved in the context of our hearing as well, in its role that it plays in supporting the function of the cochlea of our ear, especially the aging ear and the hearing loss associated with aging. So that normal hearing loss associated with aging, again, most things go better in our body when we give it the things we need. And omega-3s are one of those nutrients that we don't get from our diet. If we're not getting it from our diet or from supplements, we're not getting it. And the consequences appear as a result of our not getting it. It's not something you want to go through a lifetime being deficient or insufficient of. I just want to read a few more charts here that talk about just, gives a little context to the fact that omega-3s are not some little fly-by-night ingredient that doesn't have any clinical or scientific support. If you look at this chart, there have been more than 15,500 papers published on the benefits of omega-3 fatty acids, including more than 2,600 meta-analyses and systematic reviews. Last night, I think I said we're not talking about articles in your newspaper or People magazine or whatever.
Right.
These are scientific journals discussing omega-3s and the benefits of omega-3s. And then when you get to the second paragraph there, more than 1,850 human clinical trials. I think drugs can be approved and maybe have 10, 20 clinical trials, maybe less than that. So to think that there's 1,850 that have been published on the benefits of consuming omega-3 fatty acids, and all that has resulted in is an expanded list of benefits.
Well, you know, it's so interesting, because, you know, I save all my notes from our shows. We used to only talk about cardiovascular benefits.
That was, I would never really talk about the other benefits.
No.
There wasn't a lot of clinical science. I would talk about the fact that omega-3s were critical to the retina and the macula. They were critical to our brain in terms of structure. But there wasn't a wide body of the quotes I was talking about before in terms of memory, in terms of cognition, thinking, the way our brain works, in terms of concentration and mental focus, in terms of with our eyes, in terms of the aging eye and how omega-3s are one of those important critical ingredients in terms of a healthy aging eye. So that science hadn't been well developed. We were well aware that these ingredients, omega-3s, played a critical structural role, and just like calcium in our bones, so we know, okay, critical structural role, a predominant structural role, it's got to play a functional role. And now the science has revealed just how important that functional role is, especially as we age. But just a chart to give you a little insight into our product. There's no fishy aftertaste, there's no fishy repeat, there's no burping this up, there's no stomach upset, there's no mercury, lead, or heavy metals. Our purification rules them out. We still assay everything to make sure it's pure. No PCBs, no dioxin or contaminants. Those are organic contaminants, those organic chemicals that are byproducts of industrial production, not in our products. No enormous capsules to swallow. It's just going to be a wonderful, pleasant experience. What we often don't realize about omega-3s, as I've alluded to many times, they can't be made by the body. They only come from our diet or supplementation. The American diet does not deliver them almost at all. Without adequate omega-3 intake, deficiency or insufficiency occurs. Best results are only achieved when consumed daily, like a diet where fish becomes a central part of your diet, cold water fish. Help support and maintain, most of us know about the connection with triglycerides, so we focus on that. But the omega-3 fatty acids also help us in so many levels balance these important numbers that we seek to keep in the normal range. Our triglyceride levels, as I've said, struggled to say several times. That's the one we know that there's the very close relationship, because remember, the omega-3 fatty acids in our product, because they're in their natural form, just like as in our body, the triglycerides in our body, they are triglycerides. That's the natural form. Typical omega-3 product from a store are ethyl esters. Synthetic form also liberates some ethyl alcohol in your body, traces of that which is undesirable, unwanted. Unless you want to get a little alcohol throughout the day, I don't think so. Not me, at least.
I'll take it in my martini, not my supplement.
Exactly. You'll take them intentionally for other reasons.
Right.
But again, when you look at our product, it can't compare to what you're going to be seeing in the typical products in stores. And when you look at the pricing today for what you get, more absorbable, in a better form, better balance, higher levels of DHA, it's a great opportunity. And especially when you look at these numbers, which are so critical to our good health. And any help we might have to keep them in the normal range is just an assist in keeping us healthy. So, and then some reviews. I haven't read many reviews at all. I think I've read 3 or 4. But I can swallow them. Andrew, I can swallow your omega-3 capsules. And by the way, we even made them smaller today. And they don't give me the fishy aftertaste. Usually they are so big and they are difficult to swallow, not yours. Thanks for a great supplement. And that smaller capsule delivers more omega-3 than the product you likely have. How can you tell how much I like this product? I just purchased 2 orders of Andrew's Maximum Essential Omega-3s. I take quite a few of his supplements and value them greatly. But the fact that I ordered 2 of the 360 count size, so I can take 2 each day until the next sale, says it all. I like the fact that I do not have to worry about the sanitary conditions of producing it or worry about the quality, because that is a given. Andrew, I advertise your products to complete strangers. That's good, because we don't advertise.
That's right.
So they will get the chance to try them out and gain the various benefits. Thank you. So far, so good. Of course, I don't care for fish. Not of course, well, most Americans might not. So I thought I would taste fish, even though it states that I wouldn't. I think most people are skeptical, and they expect to be disappointed when they get this home. Well, there is no taste at all. Okay, so it's a little more expensive than other omega-3s out there, but I don't mind paying extra for the quality product that I received. Now let's see if it helps lower my triglycerides. Well, I don't think they'll be disappointed. Oh, here we go. A must-have. I tried this product because I heard that omega-3s could lower triglycerides. Fish oil gel pills taste horrible and upset my stomach. I used these twice a day for 6 months. I didn't reorder at that time. Several months later, I had blood tests, and my triglycerides were lower than they had ever been in my adult life. I figured I have enough health issues that I don't need the problem again, so I ordered more. Besides, these gave no aftertaste or stomach upset. I'll stock up when they run a special. That's what we're doing today.
That's what we look for.
Pleasant experience. No fishy side effects. This is a great product, the best fish oil on the market. It has helped my blood work results immensely. No fishy aftertaste. I cannot speak to the long-term benefits. However, these are the first in a long line of omega-3 fish oil capsules I've taken that do not give me a fishy kickback after an hour or so. Good job, Andrew Lessman from Frederica in New York. And we have hundreds, if not thousands, of reviews that talk about the first time that this is a pleasant product for them to take. And this one is actually a very good one, because a lot of folks suffer from GERD, gastric esophageal reflux disease, and they have a very sensitive stomach. So nutritional supplements tend to be very, very, very provocative when you have a sensitive stomach. Things like calcium, the big horse pills of calcium, or multivitamins, they can be very provocative. Probably nothing is worse than omega-3s if you struggle with GERD, gastric esophageal reflux disease. And this is a product that is specifically designed to be mild and gentle, even if you have a sensitive stomach. So as we read here, of course, it's not a treatment for GERD. No fishiness. I am so glad I get the benefit of fish oils without having to eat fish. These are great. I have acid reflux, so I tend to taste everything I swallow. It repeats. However, with these, I taste orange, and it's not too strong at all. It's funny, I've never tasted orange in all the years I've taken this. Shannon's shaking her head no.
I haven't either.
Colleen last night, no. But some people say they have occasionally, but you won't taste any hint. It's sort of, we have identified, and mind you, we tried dozens of different orange essential oils. This is the one that has some unique property to neutralize fishy flavor, taste, odor. Bizarre. It's just fascinating what Mother Nature delivered with this one unique material. So our product has absolutely no fishy aftertaste. Even if you opened up the capsule, no fishy aftertaste. So you're going to be delivered a product that delivers its benefits without unpleasantness. And for so many of us who have digestive issues or other issues, if you want to get the benefits of omega-3s, you shouldn't be signing up for a miserable experience. And you get the wonderful benefits of omega-3s with this product in their best natural form, in a perfect balance, and no negative experience whatsoever.
I mean, when you think about it, it's really exciting. I mean, isn't it fun to get excited about an omega-3 product? Because chances are you've been told that you should take it. And if you tried anybody else's omega-3s, there is no other omega-3 like this on the planet. And moreover, it is literally pennies per day. So now we are actually approaching that 29,000 mark. Remember, choose your size of choice. We've only got a few minutes remaining in this presentation. Remember, Andrew has only one more show. And based on the fact we're through well over half the quantity at this point, I would definitely suggest we obviously are good for this show as the day progresses, and when Andrew and Colleen have that last airing, I mean, really all bets are off at this point. So definitely grab whatever size of choice. And if you're like me, I'm going to get the big one, and I'm going to get a couple of the smaller ones because I like to travel with them as well. They make an excellent gift for anybody that you love and care about. Mother's Day, Father's Day, I mean, anybody that you want to give the gift of good heart health, if they have dry eyes, if they just want better looking skin, circulatory health, better mood, better concentration. Even for the younger person in your family, this is for all of us. These are essential to our good health. So again, regardless of whether or not you choose the the 30, 100, 200, 400, or 800. Most of us are getting these big sizes, guys. And remember, we've got them for you now. As the day progresses, you know, certainly that is subject to change. So in terms of savings, that's why I'm kind of calling this the whoopsie today's special, the kind of boo-boo, because this shocked even Andrew when he and Colleen pointed this out last night. Because if you look at our regular, and I have to say,
it's not something we thought of when we were able to put this together.
That's a great price on the 400 count.
We decided this several months ago, and of course, by the way, we make all of this product in the last several weeks. This is not something we've been making for the last year. This is not something we're clearing out our inventory. Our Today Specials are not our slow-selling items. Our Today Specials are our most popular items, where once a year we use that opportunity for our most popular items to make it most efficiently, so you get to save the most. So I didn't notice it until last night when Colleen pointed it out, that the pricing on the 800 capsule supply is lower than the cost normally on the 400 capsule. So whatever the normal special savings might be during a visit for the 400 capsule, typically we have a 360.
Right.
So our largest size is usually 360.
Yes.
So today the largest size is double the size, and the savings is more than double.
Isn't that great with free shipping too?
And of course, as I said before, our capsule is a fraction the size of the typical capsule, but that fraction of the size delivers 50% more than the typical capsule. So our potency is higher. Our purity is higher. Everything about this product is superior, and you won't have any bad experiences. What it's going to do is read some charts that talk about eye health. And I'm sorry I didn't read a lot of the reviews.
Do you know you're over the 29,000 mark now?
I don't really, for me what matters is our ability to make sure that when I'm standing here at 11 o'clock tonight after our last show, that we're going to be able to fulfill all the orders. So that's my goal.
Okay.
And when I leave the air in a little over an hour, that's what I'm going to make sure that we're capable of doing. And I'm confident we're going to have through most of the day. We might run out in the large size, but only later in the day. So it's not going to be a problem. It's not something you have to rush to your computer or your phone and order right now.
Although that's what I'm doing when I get off the air.
Just enjoy the show, the information, because I think the information is the most important thing. That we have plenty of product available right now, so don't worry about that. But as I say, it's not so important you get the product. It's really important you get the information.
Yes.
And because right now, and when I read these quotes, I like reading them, like reading the testimonials, because the testimonials are someone else's words, and they're not even testimonials, they're product reviews. So they're not testimonials, they're product reviews.
But Andrew, so you do that. You know what I love is, we love the science, but you're going to get those benefits. Because I think sometimes people look at the information and they think, oh, I'll just get it, and they expect to get results like that.
But everyone's experience is different. The one thing I could assure them is they're not going to have the adverse experience that are typically associated with omega-3s. It will be a pleasant product to use. You'll fall in love with this omega-3 product. On a nutritional level, on a biochemical level, on a physiologic level. That's why I enjoy reading the research, because those are the words of the scientists and researchers. So most of what I'm saying here, they're really not my words. They're the words of scientists, they're the words of researchers, they're the words of people who have used the product. So when I even stand up here and I'm not referring to a chart, I'm reiterating what I read in the research. I'm simply repeating what I've read in the product reviews. So I try to keep it objective. I try to keep it informational, so you get to make an informed decision. And even if you don't get my product, you have tools to try and find a better product, to focus on DHA, to make sure it's the natural triglyceride form. And those are the sorts of things that when you are looking for an omega-3 product, those are the keys to the kingdom. That really gives you the information, the tools to make a better decision. And if we look here, this is more about the eye now. We just talked about the brain and mood. I have other charts that talk about the brain and concentration and focus and our ability to think and process and memory. And now we'll talk about the eye. So this is from a journal called Nature and Neuroscience. Brain and retina DHA decrease resulting from nutritional deficiency or aging are associated with a reduced cognitive ability, increased emotional behavior, and decreased vision. This is something that happens with age. We talked about this before, this exact chart, when we were talking about emotional behavior. So as you can see, it affects the way our brain functions in terms of thinking, cognitive behavior, in terms of emotional balance, and also in terms of decreased vision, because the DHA is a critical part. The omega-3 DHA is a critical part of the brain, also a critical part of the eye. Progress in retinal and eye research. Highest body concentrations of DHA per unit weight are found in phospholipids of retinal photoreceptors. That's the part of our eye that's responsible for vision, our retinal photoreceptors. That's like the film in a camera, but that's in our eye. DHA is the major fatty acid and structural lipids of retinal photoreceptors. DHA is efficiently incorporated and selectively retained. So our eyes try to concentrate DHA. They can only do so if we deliver it from our diet or from supplements, because remember, our body can't make DHA. From current opinion in ophthalmology, deficiencies of DHA have been implicated in age-related changes in the eye, and long-chain omega-3 fatty acids may also help to protect against oxidative and age-related changes in the retina. A deficiency of DHA might therefore impair retinal function. And the way we eat in this country, basically deficiency or insufficiency of omega-3 is pretty much defining of the American diet. Current opinion in ophthalmology. Several epidemiologic studies have suggested an inverse relationship, inverse meaning an opposite relationship, and I think they more than suggest, they make a pretty clear statement between dietary omega-3 long-chain polyunsaturated fatty acid or fish intake and age-related eye health. So meaning that the better your eye health, the better your intake of omega-3s, the worse your eye health, the worse your intake of omega-3s. And that's over large populations over the course of people's lifetime. So it underscores the importance of having that kind of dietary intake over the course of our lifetime. So this is progress in retinal and eye research. DHA deficiency is associated with structural and functional abnormalities in the visual system. It's no wonder, because they are critical to the structure of the retina and macula. They are defining of its structure. It continues, DHA is a major structural component of retinal membranes. As I say, when I speak, I'm basically speaking about the research, and it seems I end up reading a chart that says what I said after I've said it. DHA is selectively accreted. That means selectively added and basically combined into and efficiently retained into our photoreceptors. They are part of our photoreceptors. DHA tissue status insufficiency is associated with reduced visual processing capacity. So I think most of us didn't know this about our eyes. Archives of Ophthalmology. It has also been reported that fish intake may serve as a protective factor for aging eyes. For example, omega-3 fatty acids, particularly, that's what we focus on, DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, that are mainly found in fish have been shown to have beneficial effects in aging eyes. All our eyes are aging. As I often say, people ask, so what can I do about cataracts? Well, what you can do about cataracts is never open your eyes. Because the moment we open our eyes as infants, we start letting light in. It starts a gradual degenerative cycle in our eyes, just like what do you do about wrinkles? Don't age. These are normal, natural age-related changes. And of course, omega-3s don't prevent cataracts or anything like that. But living has associated with it these normal, natural aging processes that aren't all that pleasant for many of us. I think we're all lucky to, what do they say, a good day is a good day spent above ground.
Amen.
That we're lucky if we get to stay here. Aging is the better option in front of us. But aging comes with a lot of issues, and it's not fun. I'm aging too. I can't believe the age that I currently am. I thought when I'd be this old, I would be ancient. And hopefully I'm not ancient yet. But it's amazing how the difference in the way we treat our bodies delivers dividends as we get older. And when it comes to omega-3, there's probably very few things that provide benefits across a broader array of systems than delivering the omega-3 fatty acids. And as we go here, this is the human retina and macula contain a high proportion of polyunsaturated omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA, again, docosahexaenoic acid, is found predominantly in oily fish and appears to play an important role in the normal functioning of the retina. It's critical to the normal functioning. The optical pigments, which we'll talk about next week, lutein and zeaxanthin, they basically implant themselves in DHA. So the relationship between DHA, lutein, and zeaxanthin is what allows our retina to function, the optical pigments to do their job. The biological plausibility of a protective effect of omega-3 fatty acids is supported by the high level of polyunsaturated fatty acids, the omega-3s, in the retina, where they may be active in the maintenance of cell membrane and the constant renewal of retinal components after oxidative damage, and that occurs on a constant daily basis.
Well, and it's just exciting that I know the research is so compelling, and we love that you're watching and listening and learning. We are now poised to pass over that 30,000 mark. So certainly we would love to send this your way, and we really want to invite you to choose it. Definitely grab your size of choice, whatever that size might be, whatever suits your budget or suits your need. We certainly recommend, especially if you're going to be sharing it with somebody, I would grab those bigger sizes, especially based on the demand that we're seeing today.
All the savings are great. Of course, the largest size, less than 20 cents a capsule. The other size is a little more than 20 cents a capsule. So it's an opportunity to get an omega-3 product, the likes of which you'll never be able to find in any store. And that's something that after 30 days, if you don't love the product, you send it back for complete refund. I wouldn't want you to keep it. Over 90% of the reviews are positive reviews. I think over 85% are 5-star reviews for an omega-3 product. We're proud of this.
Yes.
So I think you'll be thrilled when you get it home. And we'll have an abbreviated presentation in the next hour, and then just 9 p.m. this evening, and that will be the end of the Today Special, and the prices basically double thereafter.
They do. So almost 6,000 more in this hour alone. So thank you again for your orders. One quick reminder, you also get a 20% off coupon for the month of June, so you can restock when Andrew is not here, because of course he's only here 4 times a year. So definitely this is the time to take advantage of it, and we thank you for choosing it. But we've got lots more to get to.
Lots more to get to, yes.
I don't. In fact, I spy beautiful Muriel.
Muriel is there.
Hello.
Because we're going to talk about our new green tea that has taken everyone by storm. And it's a green tea that basically the idea for it came from